Hello students, good morning and welcome back to the online class. So in the previous class we are solving the problem on consignment where we completed till consignment account, right? So today we'll continue with the next ledger accounts. So the next ledger accounts, that is consignee account. So the first part we completed, that is consignment. So we done with this one consignment, and you now draw the lines for consignees. Okay, we'll just compare the ledger accounts, then we'll just pass the entries to the next ledger accounts. Okay, now you draw the lines for consignee, that is Sonakshi's account. Okay, now so Sonakshi's account. First, you see here you find two Sonakshi by Sonakshi. First you transfer this figure. Okay, first you transfer this figure, that is here it is by Sonakshi's account. So journal entry will be Sonakshi's account debit to consignee, right? Consignment. So in Sonakshi's account it is to consignment, means you are transferring the figure from consignment to Sonakshi's account. Okay, you have to see only the consignee's name and you have to post only the consignee's name ledger account. Okay, not other things. Okay, that is the first one. So take down to consignment 16,15,000. What next? Here it is to Sonakshi, means by consignment. So right. Before you record the expenses, okay, it is fine if you record these two expenses, then if you record bill receivable. Now there is a bill drawn, right? Listen, you made the total sale of 16,15,000. In that, the consignor has already drawn the bill of 6 lakh, means you draw the bill on debtors, right? So out of 16 lakh 15,000, 6 lakh bill is already drawn. So you write by bills receivable. The bill has been drawn by the consignor. Okay, so bill has been drawn by the consignor to consignee, because consignee sold the goods, so it is already drawn. The next one, that is expenses to Sonakshi by consignment. Next one, to Sonakshi by consignment. You see the figures, right? To Sonakshi by consignment 85,000, that is the first case. To Sonakshi by consignment, that is 96,900. First, if any bills drawn, that you have to record. Then the expenses, out of this expense income you have to deduct this expense, because the consignor has to pay the expenses, right? The consignee has incurred 85,000 as an expense and 96,900 is a commission. So who has to pay? Consignor. So out of the total sale made by the consignee, he will deduct his expenses and commission. He will deduct the bills drawn, because that bill drawn on the debtor, the debtor will pay the amount to the consignor directly. Correct? See, total sale made by consignee 16,15,000, out of which 6 lakh bill drawn, means 6 lakh is the amount paid by the debtor to the consignor, right? So you deduct that balance, means the net figure 10,15,000 the Sonakshi has to pay to the consignor. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. 16,15,000ದಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಲಕ್ಷ ಬಿಲ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪೇ ಟು ದ ಕನ್ಸೈನರ್. ದ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಂಟಲ್ಲಿ? 10,15,000 ಯಾರು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಈಗ? ಕನ್ಸೈನಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕನ್ಸೈನಿ ಹತ್ರ ಈಗ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಉಂಟು. ಈಗ ಈ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಪೇ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಟು ದ ಕನ್ಸೈನರ್. He deduct is part of expenses. He incurred 85,000 expenses. So what he do? From 10,15,000, we will deduct 85,000. That is the expenses incurred by consignee, and he will deduct the his share of commission. So the net figure, what is left, that he will give it to the consignor. Okay, it is not that after transferring entire amount to the consignor, the consignor will repay the money. There is a possibility that consignee will deduct all the expenses incurred, what the amount he is going to return in the form of commission, he will deduct that. The remaining he will give it to the consignee, that is consignor. That is why the balancing figure by bank, that is the net figure, that is the final settlement. Endige settlement ಮಾಡುವುದು. So the total is 16,15,000. 16,15,000 is the total. The difference itself, the actual final payment, that is 8,33,100. So I repeat, 16,15,000 is the total expense income that he earned from the sale of goods, that is sale, out of which 6 lakh bill is drawn, so that he is going to receive later. So at present 10 lakh 15,000 from 16 lakh 15, 6 lakh bill he will receive later, okay, that is after 3 months and 3 grace days, that is left to them. The remaining 10 lakh 15,000 consignee has to pay to the consignor. Sonakshi has to pay to the Sakshi. Now, out of which 85,000 is an expenses incurred by Sonakshi. So what she will do, out of 10 lakh 50, what the expenses I incurred, I will keep it side. Okay. ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ಇಂದ 85,000 ಇನ್ಕರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಅದರಿಂದ ತೆಗಿತೇನೆ. Then Sonakshi has to receive 96,900 as the commission, so she will keep 96,900 separately. The remaining balance, the remaining amount what is left with Sonakshi, that is 8,33,100, she will return it back to consignor, that is Sakshi. So this is consignee's account. Okay, next to draw the lines for abnormal loss account. Draw the lines. Now, so in consignment, you see the you can find the abnormal loss, right? So here it is by abnormal loss, means this is to consignment. So in abnormal loss account, to consignment. Okay, now you check your problem whether there is any reimbursement or the insurance policy claimed. So in the problem, yeah, I think third sentence, you see the third sentence, the insurance claim was settled. You incurred the loss of 27,600. Insurance company settled the claim of rupees 24,300, in the sense you are going to receive the money. So the journal entry is bank account debit to abnormal loss, because the abnormal loss what you incurred, out of that you received 24,300. You incur the loss of 27,600, but insurance companies are ready to pay 24,300. The difference is transferred to P&L account. The difference is transferred to profit and loss account. That is the actual loss incurred after reimbursement. Okay, after receiving the claim, the what loss incurred, that is transferred to P&L account. Total 27,600, the difference 3,300. So whenever you do the problem on consignment account, you have to be thorough with the consignment account statement format. Okay, if you do the consignment account for correctly, then it is very easy to prepare the other ledger accounts. Just simply transfer the entries from consignment to other account, and some only two or three additional entry, like bills receivable, which you cannot, which it is separately given in the problem, which is not recorded in the consignment, or the bank account which is given in the problem, right? So the majority of the entries you can see in the consignment. So you study thoroughly the format of consignment. If you do it correct, then it is almost 80-90% of work is done. Okay, so next to the last ledger account in the books of consignor, that is goods sent on consignment account, where you see the goods sent on consignment. So it is there in the consignment account, that is two goods sent on consignment. In goods sent on consignment, it is by consignment account, that is 13 lakh. So there is no other consignment, goods sent on consignment entry. So the difference is transferred to trading account. So right, to trading account. Total 13 lakh, difference 13 lakh. So this is goods sent on consignment. If any other entries are there in the consignment account, then you transfer that first to transfer the figures. Then the difference you take it to the trading account. Okay. As it is it is concerned with the goods, so it is transferred to trading account. Okay, next we'll prepare the ledger accounts in the books of consignee. So it's very easy. Only two ledger accounts to prepare in the books of consignee, that is Sonakshi. That is what Sonakshi has to pay to the Sakshi. Means in a sense what Sakshi is going to receive. Okay. The first one, she is going to receive the money, that is the sale done by the Sonakshi. That is by cash or bank. Okay, either cash or bank. So Sakshi is going to receive 16,15,000 from Sonakshi, correct? So the actual total sale made by Sonakshi is 16,15,000. That on the behalf of consignor, that is Sakshi. So Sakshi now going to receive 16,50,000 actual the sale made. But you draw the bill of 6 lakh, that is on the debtor, correct? So for Sonakshi is payable, right? Because 16,50,000 she has, 15,000 she has done as a sale, out of which 6 lakh yet to pay, that is nothing but bills payable that you have to deduct now from your sale, because at present you are not receiving 16 lakh 50 because 6 lakh a bill has been drawn, so you are going to receive only 10 lakh 15. Okay, that is two bills payable, means 6 lakh yet to pay to Sakshi. ಇನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾಕಿ ಇರುವ amount, that is bill drawn, that is not ready cash, it is just a payable in future days. So in the present situation, if you see the ledger account now, it is 10,15,000 yet to pay, that is a net figure that should be paid to the Sakshi, right? Sonakshi sold 16,50,000, out of which 6 lakh is drawn as a bill. So she is liable to pay 6 lakh in the future. So we deducted that figure, means presently 16 lakh 15,000, in that 10 lakh 50,000 you have to pay, right? Now, but Sonakshi has incurred some expenses. Now, who has to pay that money? Sakshi has to pay the money. So what is the journal entry? Sonakshi is the receiver. Cash goes out. So in Sakshi's account, it is to bank. Sakshi has to pay the money. So it is to bank. Same way Sakshi has to pay commission to Sonakshi. So it is to commission. Okay, why to commission? Because we have to prepare the separate ledger account for the commission to set off there if there is any bad debts. So, okay, after this, the final settlement. That is 8,33,100. It is similar to consignee's account. You just see your consignee as well as Sakshi's account. Just compare Sonakshi and Sakshi. The same balancing figure you get. 8,33,100 Sonakshi has to pay to the Sakshi. 8,33,100 Sakshi has to receive from Sonakshi. She received the money. That is final settlement 8,33,100. And the last one, that is commission account. So you see the commission in consignor account. So you write by Sakshi's account. Here it is to commission. So in commission account it is by Sakshi's account. So there is no bad debt. So you transfer the balance to profit and loss account. Commission you have to transfer to the profit and loss account. So total 96,900 and the difference is 96,900. That's all. If there is a bad debt, then you have to write two bad debt. Then the difference is to be transferred to P&L account. Okay. Okay. So this is illustration number 3. That is, we have prepared ledger accounts in the books of consignor as well as consignee, and we prepared the two working note, that is abnormal loss as well as the value of consignment stock. Okay, this is problem when the goods are sold at cost price. When the goods is sold at cost price, we solve the problem. Okay, now we'll move to the next problem, that is illustration number 4. You take down the problem. You take down this problem, illustration number 4. Ashwini of Karkala sent goods to Diksha of Hyderabad. Ashwini of Karkala sent goods to Diksha of Hyderabad at a cost of rupees 10 lakh. At a cost of rupees 10 lakh, Ashwini agreed to give 7.5% commission on goods to outsider. Ashwini incurred 70,000 on transportation. Diksha incurred 40,000 for unloading, 30,000 for transportation, and rupees 30,000 for go down rent. Diksha sold 75% of goods at a cost of 10 lakh and 20% of goods consigned by Ashwini at 3 lakh 50. Remaining goods taken over by Diksha at 15% below the original cost. Prepare necessary ledger accounts in the books of consignor. Okay, so you have to prepare ledger accounts in the books of consignor. Means you have to prepare only 4 ledger accounts, that is consignment account, consignees account, and abnormal loss and goods return consignment. Abnormal loss if it is there in the problem. Okay, first we'll discuss the problem, later we'll solve it. So Ashwini of Karkala sent goods to Diksha. Now who is consignor here? Who has sent the goods? The Ashwini has sent the goods, so she is the consignor. She is the consignor. Okay, and she sent goods to Diksha, so she is the consign at the cost of 10 lakh. So the cost of goods sold 10 lakh. Ashwini agreed to give 7.5% as commission. So this is the commission on the goods to outsider. This is very important. You just underline this word. It is the goods sent to or sold to outsider. Okay, so I think I missed one word there. Okay, listen here, you just make the correction there. Here, after on, you write sold, okay? Here you write sold. So I repeat the sentence. You please make the correction there. Ashwini agreed to give 7.5% commission on, sorry, goods sold, not here, goods sold, okay? After goods, you have to write sold. Here, after goods, you write sold, goods sold to outsider. Goods sold to outsider, okay? Now, why it is important? Because it is outsider. Because in this problem, you can see that yes, here remaining goods taken over by Diksha. Who is Diksha now? Diksha is the consignee and she is not the outsider. She's an agent. She's not outsider. So the outsider, except consignor and consignee, everyone. The other, if other person comes, is an outsider. So it is only on outsider, not the goods taken over by Diksha, because she is the part of the consignment. Okay. And now, next we'll see the next sentence. Ashwini incurred 70,000 on transportation. So this is entire amount is not recurring because Ashwini is consignor. Diksha incurred 40,000 for unloading, 30,000 for transportation, and 30,000 for go down rent. Now, when you classify the item as non-recurring and recurring, so what I said, till the gate. So unloading is done on gate itself. The goods has arrived, you have to do the unloading on the gate itself. So unloading is the non-recurring expenses. Okay, it is non-recurring expenses. Transportation, again to bring the goods. So again it is not recurring because it is before the gate. Till gate you have to bring the goods, right? Now you may think that both has incurred the transportation cost. How it is possible, right? I will give the example. I will give the local example now. Now you want to you are from Udupi and you want to supply goods to Bangalore, Bangalore or the nearby. Okay, so you have to supply goods to Bangalore. So what happened now? Here is a one point. I will take this as toll gate. So this is two district. So from here it is the Bangalore district. Now what consignor will say, till my border, sorry, till my border, it's my duty to bring the goods and give it to you. Till my border, which is my border? Till toll gate. So till here the transportation cost incurred by consignor. Okay. So consignee agrees, and he says that from that toll gate till Bangalore, I will take the goods. Okay, from here till Bangalore, I will take the goods. So this transportation is incurred by consignee. So the transportation what he incur by consignor, the entire amount is recurring. The transportation was incurred by the consignee till the gate, that is not recurring. The entire expense of consignor is not recurring. The expenses of consignee is classified as recurring and non-recurring. The non-recurring means till the gate. So unloading is done on the gate, so it is not recurring. Transportation to bring the goods till gate, so it is not recurring. Go down rent is paid after goods is assembled in the go down. After you assemble the goods in the go down, you will incur the go down rent. So it is recurring expenses. Okay. Now what next? You see the next sentence. Okay. What next? That is 75% of goods sold for rupees 10 lakh. 20% of goods consigned by Ashwini for rupees 3 lakh 50,000. So total it is 95%, right? Total it is 95%. Why? You take this total as 100. So we'll do the working note, okay? On that 75% as sold by Diksha at the cost of 10 lakh, and 20% has been sold by Ashwini. Ashwini in the sense she is the consignor, okay? She sold. So sorry, consigned by Ashwini. So consigned by means Ashwini total sent 100%, out of which Diksha sold 75% at a cost of 10 lakh and she sold 20% at the cost of 3 lakh 50. So remaining 5%. Remaining 5% is still there. But what happened? The remaining goods, that is 5% remaining goods, were taken over by Diksha itself. So this 5% what is left, it is taken over by Diksha, that is 15% below the original cost. Okay. Now first we'll calculate what is the goods taken over by Diksha, the value of the cost. Here there is no consignment stock. Why there is no consignment? Because they supplied 100%, out of which 95% has been sold, right? It is given 95% has been sold. The remaining 5% is taken over by Diksha. Then where is the closing stock? There is no closing stock, so there is no need of calculation of closing stock. That is the first part. Second one, there is no abnormal loss. It is not given in the problem. The goods has been lost, so there is you no need of calculating abnormal loss, because it is impossible. It is not impossible to calculate the abnormal loss when there is no absence of the information. So there is no abnormal loss. There is no consignment stock. But there you have to calculate only one working note, that is goods taken over by Diksha. So right. Solution, that is first working note, calculation of goods taken over by Diksha. Okay, now right, goods sold, that is 70% plus 20. Here it is, sorry, 75% that is sold at rupees 10 lakh, 20% that is sold at 3 lakh 50. Total it comes to 95%. Remaining goods out of, if you take the percentage, the total percentage will be 100. Out of 100, the remaining goods is 5%. Now you have to calculate what is the value. So right, cost of remaining goods. Now how to find the cost? Total goods consigned 10 lakh, worth rupees 10 lakh. So 5% of 10 lakh comes to 50,000. Okay. So it is 50,000. When the per unit and the unit column, unit value is not given, the number of units as well as per unit, you take the percentage directly on the cost only. So 10 lakh into 5%, it is 50,000. Now taken over value, that is 15% less than the book value. It is given here. See, taken over by Diksha at 15% below original cost. So 15% at the book value. This is the book value 50,000. 15% less means 85%. On what? 100. 100 minus 15, 85%. So calculate what is 85%. So 50,000 into 85%, it comes to 42,500. Okay, so this is the value of goods taken over by Diksha. So now we'll draw the lines for the ledger account. So right, in the books of Ashwini, she is the consigner. You prepare consignment account. Okay, now you see the question. Here see, Ashwini of Karkala sent goods to Diksha of Hyderabad at cost of 10 lakh. So what is the entry? It is goods sent on consignment. That is the first part. On this we are passing the entry, that is two goods sent on consignment. That is the first thing. Okay, on till here 10 lakh. What next? Ashwini agreed to give 7.5% commission on the goods sold to outside. So it's sold, okay. Now, first, after recording sales, we'll record the commission, okay. We'll skip that point. Next, Ashwini incurred 70,000 on transportation. We are preparing in the books of Ashwini, so we can't write our name. So what we have to write? To bank account. To bank account 70,000. Okay, next. Diksha incurred 40,000. Now Diksha is the consignee. If she incurred the expense, we have to write her name. So to Diksha, see, in consignment you have to mention consignee's name and not consigner's name. If it is consigner's entry, then you treat it as bank entry. If it is consignee's related entry, you write her name, because in the books of consignor we are preparing the consignment. So now these expenses, the three expenses what incurred by consignee, that you have to record. So write to Diksha's account, that is expenses. Then you write three expenses below that. Unloading 40,000, transportation 30,000, go down rent 30,000, total 1 lakh. Okay, after that, see here. Diksha sold. Sale means credit side. You are tried by Diksha because Diksha consign is sold. 75% of goods is 10 lakh and 3 lakh 50, that is 20%. So total 10 lakh plus 3 lakh 50, that is a sale. Right, by Diksha's account, because consignee has sold the goods, that is sales 10 lakh plus 3 lakh 50,000, 13 lakh 50,000. So remaining goods taken over by Diksha. So again you try to buy Diksha's account. There is no consignment stock. There is no consignment stock because the entire goods was sold and the entire goods was splitted. That is, the 95% has been sold by Diksha, 5% has taken over by Diksha. So you have to mention Diksha's name, and you write working note number one. There's only one working note, so write working note number one. You already calculated the value that is taken over by the value of goods taken over by Diksha, that is 42,500. So the next one we'll have the commission. Now what is the commission rate? It is 7.5%. So to Diksha's account, because it is relating to consignee, on the sale made by the outsider, means only on this figure. This is taken over by Diksha itself, but this is sold by Diksha. So on 30 lakh 50,000, 7.5%. So it comes to 1 lakh 1,250. So the difference is transferred to P&L account. The total, you do the total and find the balancing figure. Okay. Total 13 lakh 92,500. Difference 1 lakh 21,250. So after consignment, you draw the lines for consignee's account. So consignee Diksha. So Diksha's account, that is consignee's account. So first you transfer the entries from consignment account, that is, see, on the credit side there is by Diksha. So here it is on the debit side, that is to consignment. Next one again, there is by Diksha on the credit side. So it is to consignment on the debit side of the consignee's account. Again, now you see the consignment debit side, that is to Diksha, to Diksha. So it is by consignment, that is expenses 1 lakh. And again, by consignment commission 1,01,250. So if there is any bills drawn, then you tried buy bills receivable. Okay, if the bills has been drawn, then you tried buy bills receivable. So there is no bills, there is no any information regarding the bills drawn. So the difference will be bank account. Total 30,92,500. From that, if you deduct to 2,01,250, you will get 11,91,250. So that is the net amount payable to consignor. So after Diksha's account, you do consignment account. Okay. So do by yourself only. Okay, so consignment, goods under consignment first. From consignment account, that is by consignment, there is no other entries, so the difference is transferred to trading account. To trading account, the total 10 lakh and the difference 10 lakh. Okay, so this is the end of both the problem. So remaining we'll see in the next class. Okay, today's class I will wind up till here. So again, I repeat the same thing. After this class, you please go through the formats. Make it sure that you are clear with the formats. Then it is very easy to solve the consignment account. Okay, this is very easy chapter. If you know the format thoroughly and if you do the consignment account properly or perfectly, then it is very easy. Okay, so please go through the format. Okay, and we'll see in the next class. Thank you. Bye.